Good morning, students. Today we discuss the topic expectation of a random variable. So, to discuss this topic, expectation of a random variable, we discuss firstly that we have two types of a random variable. One is discrete random variable and second is continuous random variable. Discrete random variable is that random variable which takes a values at a particular points, and continuous random variable is that random variable which has a values in a interval. So discrete random variable take a values at a particular points, and continuous random variable has a random variable that takes a values in a interval. So, expectation. First, we discuss the meaning of mathematical expectation. A single value that represent the random variable, series of a random variable or average of that series is known as mathematical expectation. So, the mathematical expectation is a representative of the series of a random variable. Let us suppose we have a n random variables x1, x2, x3, x4, xn. Then the one value that represent the whole series is known as mathematical expectation. So, as we have a two random variable, discrete and continuous random variable, so we discuss the two types of expectation, firstly for a discrete random variable and second for a continuous random variable. Let us suppose we have the discrete random variable x, and this x has a values x1, x2, x3, x4 up to so on xn, and their corresponding probabilities are P1, P2, P3, P4, Pn. So, we have a discrete random variable with probabilities P1 corresponding to x1, P2 corresponding to x2, P3 corresponding to x3, P4 corresponding to x4, and up to so on Pn corresponding to xn. Then expectation of random variable x is equals to x1 into p1 plus x2 into p2 plus x3 into p3 plus x4 into p4 plus up to so on xn into pn. That means firstly we find the product of random variable and their corresponding probability, then we add the same for each random variable. That means this expression can also be written as, if we write this into the summation form, summation I running from 1 to n, because we have a n random variables xi pi. So this is the formula to find the expectation in case of discrete random variable. And if we have the continuous random variable, let us suppose our x is continuous random variable and fx is its probability density function. Then in case of continuous random variable, expectation is given by integration from minus infinity to infinity x fx dx. So this formula is used to find the expectation in case of continuous random variable. So in case of continuous random variable, we find the expectation with the help of integration. Integration from minus infinity to plus infinity x fx dx. So first formula is for discrete random variable and second formula is for continuous random. So now students, we discuss some properties of expectation. If our random variable x is greater than 0, then the value of expectation is greater than or equal to 0. If our x is greater than 0, then expectation of x is greater than equals to 0. Second, if x is a random variable and a is a constant, x is our random variable and a is any constant, then expectation of A is equals to A. That means expected value of a constant is equal to that constant. And second property is that expectation of x plus A equals to expectation of x plus A. Expectation of A into x equals to A into expectation of x. Now next is if x is a random variable and A and B are two constant. We have a one random variable and two constant. Then expectation of Ax plus B equals to A expectation of x plus B and next is our addition theorem of expectation. Let us suppose we have a two random variables x and y. Let x and y are two random variable. Then expectation of x plus y is equals to expectation of x plus expectation of y. So if we have a two random variables, then the expectation of the sum of these two random variable equals to expectation of first plus expectation of second. Next is our multiplication theorem of expectation. If x and y are two independent random variables, then expectation of x into y is equals to expectation of x into expectation of y. So if we have the two random variables x and y, then the expectation of x into y equals to expectation of x, expectation of y. So addition theorem says that if x and y are two random variables, then expectation of x plus y is equals to expectation of x plus expectation of y. And multiplication theorem say that expectation of x into y is equals to expectation of x and expectation of y. Let us suppose if x and y are two random variables such that x is greater than equals to y, then expectation of x is also greater than equals to expectation of y. If one variable is greater than equals to another, then the expectation of greater value is greater than equals to expectation of a lesser value. Now the variance of a random variable x. Now variance can also be found with the concept of expectation. With help of expectation, if we want to find the variance equals to x minus expectation of x whole square. So this is equals to expectation of x is mu, x minus mu whole square. Now we discuss the some properties of a variance. We know that variance is denoted by sigma square. So sigma square, as we write, equals to expectation of x minus mu whole square. Or the second formula that we can use to find the expectation is that to find the variance is that expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. So to find the variance, the second formula is that expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. Next property, the quantity expectation of x minus a whole square is a minimum when a equals to mu. So this value is minimum then when a equals to mu, and mu means this is equals to expectation of x. So the minimum value of the quantity is obtained when the value of a is equals to mu, and mu is also equals to expectation of x. Now variance of, if we want to find the variance of ax plus b, this is equals to a square into variance of x, where a and b are constant and x is our random variable. So the variance of ax plus b is equals to a square into variance of x, where a and b are constant. So the variance of ax plus b equals to a square into variance of x. Now we discuss the different cases for different values of a and b. First case, if b is 0. If we here we can write b is 0. then variance of ax equals to a square into variance of x. That means variance is not independent of change of scale. Change of scale means if we multiply the series with the some number, then variance is also affected. That means we can say that variance is not independent of change of scale. If a is 0, if the value of a is 0, then this term is 0, this right hand side is whole equals to 0. Then variance of b is 0. It means the variance of constant is 0. If a is 1, if we can write a is 1, then this become variance of x plus b equals to variance of x. Variance of x plus b equals to variance of x. It means the variance is independent of change of origin. Variance is independent of change of origin, because if we change our series x by adding a sum b, but the variance of x plus b is also equals to variance of b. Next is variance of x plus y equals to variance of x plus variance of y. Variance of x plus y equals to variance of x plus variance of y. That means variance is denoted by sigma square. Sigma square of x plus y equals to sigma x square plus sigma y square. Similarly, variance of x minus y equals to variance of x plus variance of y. That means sigma square of x minus y equals to sigma x square sigma variance of x minus y equals to variance of x plus variance of y. Now we write x star, that is our standard normal variable, and we know that the value of standard normal variable equals to x minus mu over sigma, and the expectation of a standard normal variable equals to 0 and variance equals to 1. Expectation of standard normal variable is 0 and variance equals to 1. Now we discuss the formula to find the covariance between the two variables x and y. So if we have x and y are two random variables, then covariance between x and y, this is equals to expectation of x minus expectation of x into y minus expectation of y. This formula is used to find the covariance between the two variables, random variables x and y. Now properties, covariance between x and y also find with this formula. This is equals to expectation of x comma y minus expectation of x into expectation of y. And if the variables are independent variable, then expectation of xy is equals to expectation of x into expectation of y. So our covariance becomes a 0. So because in case of independent variable, expectation of xy equals to expectation of x, expectation of y. And covariance between ax comma by equals to ab covariance between x comma y. That means covariance is not independent of change of scale. And covariance of x plus a y plus b equals to covariance of xy. It means covariance is independent of change of origin. And covariance of x minus mu over sigma x, that means standard normal variate corresponding to x, standard normal variate corresponding to y. This is equals to 1 over sigma x sigma y, covariance between x y. Now if x and y are independent, then value of covariance is 0. Now we discuss the some numerical based upon the expectation. First is values of x are given, values of p x are given. That means x is a discrete random variable because values are given at a particular points. Also probabilities are given at a particular point. In a first part we want to find the expectation of x. In a second part we want to find the expectation of x square. In a third part, we want to find the expectation of x minus expectation of x whole square. As we discussed, expectation of x equals to summation xi into pi. Then you multiply the random variable with the corresponding probabilities, and then we can add 8 into 1 by 8, 12, 8 into 1 by 8 plus 12 into 1 by 6 plus 16 into 3 by 8 plus 20 into 1 by 4 plus 24 into 1 by 12. So next is expectation of x square. First we find x square, then we multiply with the probabilities. This is the formula to find the expectation of x square. 8 square into 1 by 8 plus 12 square into 1 by 6 up to so on. Then you can simplify. Now next we find the expectation of x minus expectation of x square. As we write, this is the formula to find a sigma square. And we know that sigma square is also equals to expectation of x square minus expectation of whole square. As we find expectation of x square in our second part is 276 and expectation of x is 16, then we simplify. Our expectation of x minus expectation of x square equals to 20. So next is for a random variable with the following probability distribution, values of x are given and corresponding probabilities are given. Firstly, we want to find the expectation of 2x plus 3, and in a second part we want to find expectation of x square. Expectation of 2x plus 3 equals to 2 times, as we write, expectation of ax plus b equals to a into expectation of x plus b. So 2 is a common, expectation of x plus 3. So we find the expectation of 3 as summation xi into pi. Then after finding this, we add 3 into this. Expectation of x square means xi square into pi minus 3 square into 0.05 up to so on. Next we discuss, let x have a probability distribution function fx equals to 2 times 1 minus x, 0 is less than x, less than 1, 0 otherwise. Find expectation of x, expectation of x square, expectation of 6x plus 3x square. As we know that this probability density function is defined for a continuous random variable. So expectation is found with the help of integration. Expectation is given by integration from minus infinity to infinity fx dx. But this function is given only for when x lies between 0 to 1, otherwise value is 0. We divide this integration into 3 parts: minus infinity to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to infinity. Then for minus infinity to 0, fx is 0. For 0 to 1, fx is 2 times 1 minus x. And for 1 to infinity, again fx is 1. So here we can write 0, 0. Here we can write the value of fx is 2 times 1 minus x. Then we find the integration and we find the expectation of x. Now next part, to find the expectation of x square. Again integration from minus infinity to infinity, x square fx. Again our integration is divided into 3 parts. For first part answer is 0, for third part answer is also 0, and middle value is 0 to 1 x square 2 times x square into fx. We put the value of fx and we simplify the integration. Now expectation of 6x plus 3x square. 6 is common, expectation of x plus 3 expectation of x square. You can solve this part also. So next we discuss the example. If x denotes the profit that a man makes in a business, he may earn 2800 rupees with p equals to 1 by 2. He may lose 5000 with p equals to 3 by 10, and he may neither lose nor gain with p equals to 1 over 5. find his expected gain or loss. So a man do a business, he earn a profit of 2800, P is 1 by 2, he has a loss of 5000, P is 3 by 10, and no loss, no gain with P is 1 by 5. So we suppose let X is a random variable that represent a profit or a gain by a man in a business. So values of X are, first is 2800, then 5000, then is 0 because no gain, no loss. Probability here is given 1 by 2, here is 3 by 10 and 1 by 5. As we see, X take some values at some particular point. So X is our discrete random variable. In this case, we know that expectation is given by summation xi pi, 2800 into 1 by 2 plus minus 500 into 3 by 10, 0 into 1 by 5. If we can solve this, we can find the value is minus 100. Minus 100 means there is the loss in a business and loss is of 100 rupees. Students, if you have any doubt, you can free to call me anytime.